Tonight, we're learning from multiple sources that police are investigating whether Smollett and the two persons of interest staged the attack in the Streeterville neighborhood, allegedly because Smollett's character was being written out of the show.
What
we're told
it
the
is.
north side home of those two persons of interest was raided by police and
I'll play that for you, okay? I'll play that for you. It's almost time to spike the football. Finally, a liar revealed. I'm so excited. They say he might have staged the attack because he was being written out of the show. They're disputing that information. The 20th Century Fox, that is. But it's a juicy theory in the Jussie Smollett fake hate crime. My boy Leonard Roy just, I can't say my boy, right? The guy I had on my show, Leonard Roy. He's already talking about it. He probably did a better summary than I could, but I'll play you that whole video and I'll give you the theory. They have these two persons of interest that were in the camera, and apparently they are the two other people involved in this plot. I'm your host, Nathan Stoltman. Doshi, he's still missing. I know. We have a sponsor for the show. Check it out. truthclothing.io. I'm wearing our End the Fed shirt today, but I'm thinking I'll show you the website, truthclothing.io. Awesome truth-inspired t-shirts. Truth matters. That's all I can say regarding this particular case, is that truth matters. I was talking about it from the moment it happened. A lot of other people have too. People are pissed off when they don't get the truth, when people lie to them, especially when they lie about stuff like this. So express how you feel. Truthclothing.io, free shipping orders over $50. Okay? Jussie was on TV today earlier too. Let me play you this whole newscast, and then I'll get you up to date on the details. And thanks for joining me tonight. Give me a thumbs up while it's early.
And Cheryl, Eyewitness News has learned that two persons of interest are being questioned here, and one of those individuals is also an actor who has appeared on the TV show Empire. This, as Smollett speaks publicly for the first time in an interview on Good Morning America.
He said, "This MAGA country punches me right in the face." So I punched his back. And then we started.
Jussie's story changed quite a bit today. Now it was one guy said, "This is MAGA country, N-word," punches him in the face. Then Jussie punched back. Of course, you know, which wasn't part of the story originally, but then it became part of the story when he said, "I fought effing back," or whatever it was. He wants that to be clear. But it means that the story's changed. Then a second guy showed up, started kicking him in the back. I won't play you much from those interviews. They're pretty nauseating. People aren't that stoked about this guy right now. And now the police are talking. Multiple sources say the police investigating this is staged because he got written out of a TV show. Juicy, right?
Started tussling. You know, it was very icy. And we ended up tussling by the stairs. Fighting. There was a second person involved who was kicking me in my back.
Smollett's appearance on GMA comes as his TV show Empire films this evening on the Mag Mile. Tonight, we're learning from multiple sources that police are investigating whether Smollett and the two persons of interest staged the attack in the Streeterville neighborhood, allegedly because Smollett's character was being written out of the show. We're told the north side home of those two persons of interest was raided by police, and shoes, electronic devices, and other items were seized. Someone familiar with the investigation tells Eyewitness News Smollett was a no-show for an interview earlier today with police. In that GMA interview, he said he was convinced the two people seen on surveillance video released by police are the men who attacked him.
I don't have any doubt in my mind that that's them. Never did. I understand how difficult it will be to find them, but we gotta. I still want to believe. With everything
cried, y'all. He cried for real tears. Yeah, but he's an actor. They say he wasn't going to be written out of the show. Just a spoiler alert. But what if he was? He was crying in this interview. And everybody in the comment section said he was lying. Everybody thinks he's a liar. You know, if you want to ask how it feels. How does it feel, young man, that everybody thinks you're a liar and that you're lying about being beaten up by Trump supporters. And you don't like Donald Trump. He said he got attacked because he thinks he got attacked by these guys because of how much he doesn't like Trump. That's what he said. He said he thinks the attack is Trump related because he thinks it happened because he's critical of 45, as he calls him. How does it feel that everybody thinks you're a liar? Tell me, Jussie. How does it feel? Because I thought, I'd be interested in knowing. Let's see.
That there's something called justice.
This afternoon, a woman identifying herself as an attorney for the two persons of interest was seen leaving Area Central Police. She declined to comment on the case. Shortly after we reported that
Interesting to note that the two persons of interest have an attorney. The two persons of interest have an attorney already.
PD is looking into whether the attack was staged. Superintendent Eddie Johnson contacted ABC7 and said Smollett continues to be considered a victim. He says the police investigation is ongoing.
All right, so there, in that report, they basically said that they're investigating whether it was staged. But this report this tweet by one of the reporters at the same news station said, breaking, multiple sources tell us that Jussie Smollett and the two men who are being questioned by police staged the attack, allegedly because his character was being written out of the show Empire. So what's a huge detail in this story is whether he's being written out of Empire. 20th Century Fox Television and Fox Entertainment released a statement saying, quote, "The idea that Jussie Smollett has been or would be written off of Empire is patently ridiculous. He remains a core player on this very successful series, and we continue to stand behind him," unquote. They're questioning the two persons of interest right now. They raided their home, took shoes, electronic devices, and other items, and police say they can't confirm those reports. There's more local reporting. It's in Chicago that people are really suspicious of whether this thing happened. It's their town. They don't think anything like that would have happened there. He didn't show up for an interview earlier today. Charlie DeMar of CBS Chicago reports that police raided the home of the two persons of interest last night, seizing bleach, a wallet with stamps, a magazine, computers, and more. A relative of the men told DeMar that the two left for Nigeria on the day of the purported attack. Left for Nigeria. Both the men who were arrested are African American. They were arrested at O'Hare Airport last night. TMZ reported that the persons of interest are an actor who has appeared with Smollett on Fox Television's Empire and a person who is traveling with that actor. These individuals are believed to be the potential persons of interest who were seen in the images released by Chicago police. TMZ also reported that police used rideshare and or taxi cab records to identify the persons of interest and track their movements on the night of the purported attack. Well, these guys, CWB Chicago, received text messages with tips from over a week ago that they did not reveal beforehand, but now the statements being released by the police seem to have a lot of overlap in this story. So this is the text message they received. This is CWB Chicago, CWBchicago.com. They've been all over this story. These messages said they've identified the two black friends of his through facial recognition who are from Wrigleyville and took Lyft to the scene. Clothesline from Ace Hardware. Mayor wants to release info now. CPD wants two friends to confess first after they have tower dump. I think it says tower dump. I'm not sure exactly what tower dump means. CPD wants the two friends to confess first after they have tower dump. The friends attacked, in quotes, Jussie Smollett as planned and then went back to Wrigleyville. They are the two on video. Contacted for comments. Police spokesperson said he can't confirm anything and they're still doing interviews. And as a reminder, Smollett had turned over what they called heavily redacted phone records. Basically phone records that showed everything except for right around the time of the crime, from what I understand. It's breaking. It's the top story on Zero Hedge right now. I'm telling you, normally there are lots of hoaxes and fake things that happen in this world, and I've been trying to point out things like that, lies and the media lying, and hoping that one day people would know. Make sure to visit our sponsor, truthclothing.io. Hoping that one day people would realize, it would come out of the open, that it was fake. We were lied to. You were lied to, and maybe you had a reaction to it too. Even better. Even better if you had an emotional reaction to it when the news first came out, and now you started to realize that you've been lied to. Maybe. It's starting to be reported. Local news right now, top story on Zero Hedge. You're watching it on this video. Maybe some other people will watch it on this video. Maybe they'll share it just to get the news out there. Jussie Smollett staged a hate crime. Remember, you have to remember how serious it is. Staged a hate crime, allegedly staged a hate crime, blamed it on Trump supporters, continued to go with the fake story, just did an interview where he cried about it, called himself the gay Tupac along the way, sold out a show. Well, I hope it's coming out. I hope 1 million people find out about it. So that's the news. I wanted to give it to you. Just another reminder, I started adding exclusive video to Patreon. You can also support the show there. For $2, you can get a Doshi pin. Patreon.com/lifttheveil. I'm going to be on Twitch for a second, twitch.tv/lifttheveil411. And you can find these shows on podcast by searching Lift the Veil anywhere podcasts are given away. Did I give you guys enough links there right at the end? All right. Thanks, everybody. For YouTube, that is what it is.